Yo, this is Fox. I'm going to update some of my PvP guide as I've learned some new tricks from streamers as I've watched them and noticed some of the things they take versus different comps and such. I have also learned some goodies about my tricks, so I've added on to that some and created a couple new weak auras. Alright, so the first area I'm going to go over is my new weak aura, or weak aura set. It literally checks every CC in the game and creates a DR timer for you, so you can track your own self DRs. So when you get stunned, it'll show the 18 seconds or whatever like this, and then when that 18 seconds ends, it will turn green for 3 seconds to give you some heads up that you're going to be eating full DRs again. So it's a handy thing to even unconsciously pay attention to. It's very, very useful. I've noticed it help my game quite a bit. I also have the Party 1 and Party 2 variant as my partner requested it, so he'd know which CCs to kick for me and which were garbage. So if your partners want that, that's available too. It's pretty strong, and it took me a long fucking time to do it because literally every fucking CC in the game, and then I had to go through it on each of them and change the party 1 and party 2. So I finally figured out what I was doing wrong with Crane in a couple of areas. It took watching Drainer X and Whoopi to start seeing how to use it against certain things. So for melees, you actually want to treat it as a cooldown and basically pop it as an escape. So instead of wailing on them a whole bunch and trying to outdo their burst damage, which like you can hit them as you run, but it's better to treat it as a hey, I can't be rooted, I can't be stunned, I can't be slowed type of thing, and just GTFO and heal from a range. Because that's basically how you treat it. Where they go hard switch on you, you just pop Crane and slide away. Another thing I was making a mistake with, I was kind of used to twos, so I dive in twos with Crane and just fucking go ham. But you don't want to do that with the Crane and threes, so pretty much you just treat it like an emergency cooldown. You use it when you actually need it. You want to give yourself some leeway and try to build up ahead of time so you don't get like stuck in an awkward position where you actually need to get to an enemy target to be able to heal. So you need to make sure you're in proper positioning for that because if you're too far away from a target, you're gonna end up burning cooldowns, or if you don't have cooldowns, your friendly is gonna die because you need to actually be up close and personal with Crane. Something I also picked up from them was they were running Eminescence, which is 5 seconds off your port. And I didn't really think of it at the time. Like I've used it in the past and I've liked it in the past, but I didn't realize just how big of a deal it is. That 5 seconds buys you a lot of extra wiggle room when because port feels as powerful as Cocoon. So I think that's actually a really big deal. The Frosty K comps, thinking about it, like I used to run Celerity and Yu'lon's Gift to get out of their slow or whatever. But a Frosty K isn't really catching you either way after a roll away. So he's gonna death grip you. You're gonna use either your port or your second roll or cheat torpedo, and you're just gonna run away from him. And he's not gonna catch you. He's just gonna give up and switch to someone else. So I think Eminescence is actually a really good choice in a lot of cases. So a trick I picked up from Whoopi is that he actually takes healing spheres against RMP, which I thought was kind of surprising. And then thinking about it, like it's actually really smart because during those long CC trains, you're not able to really do anything. So having your partner be able to run over 600 Ks worth of healing or so is really good because that'll help survive those long trains. Something else against RMP, so you can actually take Surge Mist against RMP and it feels pretty good. Way of the Crane actually feels best, but you have to be trading trinket for blind every time. I wasn't doing that originally. The problem with not popping it trinket every time is that the next go on blind, they will instantly pretty much win if you don't have trinket. So it's just better to trinket on blinds always, and even if there's no pressure out, that way you stop the sap for one, and for two, it makes it where that next blind won't eat at you, and you won't fall behind during the time that even if you're outlasting blind, they're still going to be doing damage. So you're able to counteract that damage and just not even fall behind during that time. So adding on to one of the tricks that I show off in the Mistweaver guide that I set up, the Zen Pulse trick. Something interesting about that is that you can use Zen Pulse on your statue. So pretty much, you can use your statue as a guard against rogues. I noticed with that trick, I was getting caught by rogues. I was still getting sapped by rogues because it was going on my partners, and it didn't give me any extra protection because sap is a bigger range than 8 yards. But with this, if you're hiding behind your statue, or if you anticipate where the rogue is going to go and have the statue there, you can actually bust them out with the statue. And you could have your partners theoretically build a web around you. So like you could sit in a corner, and your partners could sit where these target dummies are, and you could have your statue in between and try to catch them like that. But I just find that the statue alone is pretty good anyway. So like you get a high catch rate with the statue because they're not expecting it. So it makes a big difference. So that's all I've got for now. I'll keep you posted on whatever I learn in my quest to become an actual good player and not a scrub carried by weak auras. But anyway, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.